Hey guys, what's going on? It is officially Tuba Tuesday! Yay! I kinda, yesterday, I was like, I know I need to model a tuba today. I'm gonna just like make a big stink about this and see what happens. I don't know. I had fun with it. But yes. Today we need to make a tuba, but not just any tuba. Oh, hey, oh my gosh, I've forgotten it again. Leafy, right? Am I saying that right? What's going on? But yeah, I need to make a tuba today. But it's not just any tuba. This is going to be a very special tuba. So it needs to be made very particularly. And I'm not gonna say quite yet exactly what the plans for the tuba are. But it's going to be something that's very important. So it needs to be good. And a lot of people are going to be seeing it if they follow this project a lot of the time. This being the rubber ducky. So yeah, I'll give a couple minutes for people to show up here before we really get in the swing of things. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to find myself a reference photo that I think looks good here for what I want this tuba to be. I'm going to kind of try to use this as a base and go off of that. Excuse me. And then do my own edits as needed. I think this one looks pretty good. Let's use this. I'll import this here in a second. Tuba reference. How's you guys' day been? How's you guys' week been? It's been a couple days since I've streamed now. What's going on in you's lifesins? Today's been pretty boring. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Good to see you, man. Went into town for a contact lens checkup, and that's about it. Oh yeah, just been like hanging around the house. Otherwise, let us start getting things assorted here. I always forget how to properly import a reference image in Blender, which is ridiculous because I do it like every time. But I'm pretty sure I just need to do this. And I should have the tuba reference. There it is. So I'm kind of thinking maybe this might be a good tuba for what there needs to be. And I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna model this guy. Whether I want to try to do this all in one piece or like make that into a shape and, you know, stuff like that. So that's going to be kind of a little bit of an adventure getting this to work. There's a thunderstorm going on outside. Is that a good thing or I don't like thunderstorms thing? Because that could definitely go either way. Ooh, that's not right. It's been a hot second since I've had to use Blender, so I'm gonna have to get back in my Blender mojo here. I'm thinking I might start with a cylinder primitive right here, and try to work on the bell, and then maybe model like the main parts of the tuba, like that part, and then this I might do as a separate piece, because I think that's gonna be kind of complicated, and I don't want to have that messing up all my topology down here. You really don't mind? Do you find thunderstorms relaxing? I sometimes do. Kind of depends on the day, really. If I'm already in a good mood, I do like thunderstorms, but if not, then it's just kind of like, no, you know? Nah, not really. Let's see here. We're just gonna create cylinder. And oh, if I move that, it doesn't let me. It does not let me adjust how many sections there are. That's not what I need. I don't think we're gonna need a ton of sections here. Let's go for maybe like 16. Do you like thunder, Leafy? It's weirdly calming. I like being outside in them too. Really? Do you go frolicking in the rain a lot? So I'm gonna do like the first part of the bell here first, because that's going to be a little bit more detailed up there, and I just want to start with something easy to get my feet back wet in doing Blender stuff. So that's gonna come out like so-ish. More under shelter, but yeah, okay. When I played Rubber Ducky, I kind of felt like there were too many weapons. Do you think so? Like, was it hard to figure out why you would want to use one over another in a lot of scenarios? I've been thinking about this, and I'm not sure what I want to do for the sequel. In terms of, like, weapon number and stuff like that, you know? Yeah, you did. I could see that. Being the developer, I kind of know what I intended each weapon to do, but I think some weapons, yeah, like the banana in particular, were just like good enough on their own that there would be no reason to ever use anything else. You know what I mean? Let's edge loop this a little bit. Take that guy down. Bring that out. What I tend to do is I follow reference exactly until I know for a fact that I want to branch off of it. And usually that comes like later in the process for me. So like right here, I'm gonna branch off a little bit because I know that that's not quite flat. So I know that I don't really want it exactly like that. And the right click on the penguin in one level. Yeah. Digital place by any chance? Hey, Rachel, what's going on? Good to see you. Man, it's been forever. Are you here because of Tuba Tuesday, or are you here to say hi? Let's go ahead and scale this guy. And it looks like that comes in just a little bit. Wrong way. Let's like that. What's up? Not much, dog. Just kind of doing my thing, you know what I mean? What's going on with you? It's seriously been forever. Nah, it was the lizard one. Really? Wait, why did you use the penguin blower at the lizard level? I am here always for Tuba Tuesday and also to say hi. Well, of course, everyone's here for Tuba Tuesday, right? Because I couldn't dodge the last wave of spikes. Oh, that makes sense. No, I totally get you there. That's not what we need. We need to get this guy. Select it. Oh, is that not counted as an edge loop for some reason? I hate it when that happens. Why is this on Twitch? Seems more fitting for a YouTube. Well, it will be on YouTube. I get the joke though. That's a pretty good joke. As in a YouTuber by any chance? You prefer Taco Tuesday? How blasphemous. Tuba Tuesday, man. It only comes once in a millennium. You might as well enjoy it while it's here. You can go out and get your dollar tubas at your local tuba joints. I don't see why anybody would prefer Taco Tuesday over that. let's see here. Okay, so we've got some nice shape to the bell. I'm gonna probably do like a rough pass on the whole thing first. Rachel, where do you usually go for Taco Tuesday? Legit question, because I've always wanted to indulge in Taco Tuesday, but never had the chance. So I'm probably going to do a rough pass on the whole shape, and then come in and put in edge loops as I feel like I need to smooth it up a little bit. I've been told to avoid joints of all kind. Ah ha 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 ha. Very funny, very funny. What is it? Y? Yeah, that's what we need. So quick tip to doing this doesn't look right, but if you just follow your reference with your rotation, like if you kind of rotate your cylinder here, and oh snap, that's not what we need. And then scale that down a little bit. Once I add in more edge loops over here, this will actually flesh out really nicely. Honestly, I haven't done Taco Tuesday in ages, but normally compadres. Taco place seems like a good start. Yeah, but there's like so many different taco places you could go to. And that's where the problem comes in, because it's like Taco Tuesday is not something that you go and adventure on. It's like, I want tacos and I can get them today, therefore, you know, I'm at Taco Tuesday. You know what I mean? The good one. But what if there are multiple good ones, or what if you don't know what the good one is? This seems like an unsolvable problem to me. Did you check the maximum action scores yet? I know this is probably the third time I've told you to. Wait, what? No, I haven't checked them. Did you get a new high score by any chance? Is this doing what I want? Yeah, once we add in some more geometry, I think it'll be about what we need. Quit being so Johnny about Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday is at a very important time, Rachel. We can't just fluffily throw this under the bus. What was that? Y-axis, right? Scale that down. Rachel, have you gotten a chance to play Breath of the Wild yet? I feel like you would like it a lot. And let's move this. So now what I can do, because I rotated this face here to the correct position, I can just put in an edge loop anywhere and adjust the transform, and it turns into a perfect curvature that follows the geometry perfectly. So I can do that here. I might need to scale this one up just a tad, though, to get it to do what I want. Yeah, I mean, with some smoothing, that'll work out. And then I can come down here, extrude this out. And it looks like this stays the same, like width-wise, but I kind of have a feeling right around here, this actually curves in and you lose some mass, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that. It is a little hard to tell in this particular reference. I'm just gonna keep going this way. Play what game? I'm drawing a bath, so I couldn't hear you. Leave it to Rachel to be drawing a bath while watching a Twitch stream about tubas. Breath of the Wild. I don't even know if you have access to a Switch or not. I'm gonna go and preemptively add an edge loop here, because that looks very necessary. And draw this out. And we're gonna messily slap this up here, I think. That's what the music is from, which is why I'm asking. So it should be like that, and now we need to make a decision on how wide we want this end to be. Probably a little bit wider than that. Maybe more like there. Should be able to draw this out and maybe do another one or two over here. Ew! That looks pinchy. Let's give that a little bit more shape. And we'll have to do the same here. That's better, but we're going to need to clean that up. Let's see now. No. And this should be much simpler. Should be able to just kind of draw that to about that. Okay. So the question is this thick enough? Or do we need that to be wider? I'm kind of going more off of looking at my model and not so much off of the reference right now. Well, what else am I supposed to do? Shower like a normal person! All the levels should have a time of 0. How? What did you find out? How did you do that, man? I got a PS4 last Christmas, though, so I've been playing Dead by Daylight almost non-stop. Is it fun? I've heard good things about it. Let's go ahead and bring that out. About there. I think I want this to be a little bit wider. And so that's going to need to adjust. Yeah, that looks more correct to me. Good message, Rachel. Great job getting auto-modded. Baths are great, though. Okay, I have not taken a bath. This is gonna freak some people out. I have not taken a bath in probably 16 or 17 years, maybe longer. I do even have a bathtub and everything. I don't use it. But yeah, I don't know. Ew, Blender 2.79. Yeah, didn't we talk about this before? So you're stinky? Is that what you're saying? Don't be ridiculous. One can shower and not bathe, or wait, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. One can shower and not take a bath. That's what I'm saying. Let's take this guy. And whoa, that's fun. And this is actually going to thin out, so we can start doing that. Also, dude, that Super Mario Galaxy music is taking me back to happy times. I know! That's why I always do, like, the Nintendo playlists. Because, like, a lot of the pieces of music in there are so nostalgic to me. It's really great. And a lot of other people, too. It's not all just about me, of course. I don't know what this music is from, though. It should still be in the Nintendo playlist, so I'm kind of wondering... Maybe... Pikmin? Oh, maybe Fire Emblem. Well, I just went to the gym. I'm sorry you're so stinky, Rachel. Tisk tisk. That's starting to take shape. I think that's looking alright. rotate this guy around a little bit. So guys, the fun story of the day, I did this whole, you know, Tuba Tuesday thing, and it's like the first day in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks that I have actively lost followers on Twitter. I think people got super irritated with Tuba Tuesday. I might have taken it a little far. It was kind of worth it though, because I had some pretty good tuba memes. I think a couple followers is worth being able to have good tuba memes, personally. So that's gonna curve about there. I might take a bath tomorrow now just to spite me. So mean! Wow! Your mom told you to get off the couch because you're sweaty. I can actually hear your mom saying that in my head, Rachel. I really can. Doot. What's up, dog? Man, I still don't know how to pronounce your name. Zernicki, right? Zynurki? Is that it? I think I got it. I'm gonna say that I got it until proven wrong so I can feel good. Can I play the basement theme on that tuba? I think that would be a wonderful idea. I am not against this in any way, shape, or form. We definitely need to play the basement theme before Tuba Tuesday is up. That's, even if it's meant to be trumpets, it's lugubrious enough. I might abuse bath selfies to get Instagram followers again. Oh boy. I was abusing my half-shaven beard selfies to get Twitter followers yesterday. It didn't work. Nobody liked my half-shaven beard, which is fair because it looked horrifying. That is a pretty interesting new weapon for MA, thonk. Well, interesting you say that. I am planning on porting this into MA with the custom weapon thing. But this is actually going to be a weapon in my personal project. And it's going to be... so the idea here is you have a tuba, and a tuba is able to fire many different things out of its bell, including things such as seagulls or tacos or whatever the heck you want, or bananas perhaps. So I kind of want to make it so that you've got this tuba, and then you can like decide what you want the tuba to fire, and so like as you go through the game, you get like different things that you can put into your tuba that it can fire and stuff. I don't know, it could be kind of cute. She misses watching The Walking Dead with you while I slept. I know, your mom and I were such good friends. Rachel's mom and I would oh, that probably needs to be fixed. Would regularly like stay up and watch The Walking Dead together at Rachel's house when we were both in college, because Rachel like had to go to sleep for class or whatever, and then I'd just stay up with her mom and watch The Walking Dead. It's great. Tuba could fire like a shockwave of sound. Maybe like the doot is how the tuba expels said seagulls slash bananas slash whatever else. I'm not... I guess I'm just gonna scale... No, scale these in? Wait, what does that scale on? Oh, it does scale on Y. I guess just scale these in like that, so it kind of keeps the same width around the edge here. I think that might be the better way of doing it. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this one. So do you select what to fire by inhaling through the tuba? That is a good enough idea that I might just need to preemptively say yes, having not thought about it at all. I think that's a wonderful idea, and I would definitely like to do that. Wow, Johnny, you're just brasking for it. Wow. Ooh, what's your best tuba pun? In celebration of Tuba Tuesday, I expect all of the best tuba puns. That is not the best tuba pun. By the way, Rachel, I know you are capable of better. This, what I might do here is I might have this kind of, so this part is actually legitimately thicker, so then it'll kind of go down and down and down, get smaller and smaller. Yeah, I think that looks better. Do I plan on updating to Blender 2.8? Yeah, I have absolutely no problems with updating to Blender 2.8. What are like some of the reasons to update? I legit don't know. I use Blender maybe once every 2 weeks, so I'm not really super up to date on it. Oh, you're making a burrito? Yes, excellent. Burritos are great. I'm gonna take that down. So we're getting to the point where I might consider ending like the main curve of what's going on here and starting on a new piece to go on top of it. Blender 2.8 is actually a lot more user-friendly and intuitive. Yeah, I could believe that. I think I remember seeing some screenshots of it, and it did look quite a bit nicer. Also, somebody, was it you, that was telling me that there's like a global control-esque thing that's supposed to mimic Maya controls? We don't have taco shells. No! Okay, so according to my Mexican friend, taco shells are like absolutely not the norm at all in Mexico, which makes sense, you know, because that's kind of the Americanized version. And a lot of tacos that they eat over there are like just what is it that I'm trying to say? Not kale, spinach. Cooked spinach and beans and tomato sauce, and that's like it. Isn't that crazy? No, I don't think I was the one to say that. Somebody told me that in chat. I couldn't remember who it was. I've never even seen a taco in your life. What is up with like people and having never eaten tacos before? Is this a regional thing? You're not the first I mean, Leify was saying earlier that she had never eaten a taco either. And that just boggles my mind. Especially considering like how prominent they are here in Pennsylvania, which I would assume would be like, I live in a third world country, it's upsetting. Oh, I gotcha. Well, that makes sense. I guess I was kind of assuming whoever was watching was either in the Americas or Europe, because that's usually who's there. That's my mistake. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I just kind of find tacos gross. Jeez Louise, man. Wait, what do you find gross about them? I just dropped a bunch of chips on the ground. No! How? Why? Wait, what kind of chips were they? Like potato chips? I just don't like the smell of most vegetables. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Even raw vegetables, though? Because raw vegetables are quite a bit more appealing, at least to me, than, say, cooked vegetables. Potato chip. Excellence. Do you guys prefer potato chips or tortilla chips? I know what my opinion is, but I will save it until I hear what you guys say. Let's bring this guy out. This is starting to get a little bit intense. That wasn't even a joke. I don't know why I tried to make that into a joke. Can rotate that. Honestly, potato and tortilla chips are both great. And then also tortilla, usually because you can dip them. Especially if you get nacho cheese. Oh my gosh, yes. Nacho cheese is phenomenal. Although, I will say, if I have nacho cheese and I don't have salsa, I am often disappointed. I don't like the smell of Johnny. Okay. I feel hurt, but I understand at the same time, you know? Okay. So what I might do... Oh, this thing does loop around more, doesn't it? This main element. It likes it. I think it does like another full loop up here. That's that piece in the back up here. I think it does a full loop and then it comes down here. And then what happens to it? Does anyone play a brass instrument and know what happens to this tube here? I might need to find another reference picture to find out. Oh, another thing, Blender 2.8 has a new rendering engine which runs really smoothly at runtime while looking absolutely incredible. Ooh, that does sound really nice. You actually have a render of Doom Guy to show for fun? Ooh, yes, send, please. I would love to see it. Let's see. Should be able to... Just want to get that, put a little bit more geometry in there so it smooths out a bit. I am opening up the render of Doom Guy right now. Dude, that is sick! Wait, is that... So that's the real-time rendering? Here, let me show you guys this. Look at that. That's super nice. If that's real-time rendering, that's incredibly nice. Took around 9 hours to learn Blender 2.0 and do that from start to that. Dude, did you model this yourself? Like, do all the modeling? Texturing, etc. Because if so, that's incredibly impressive. That's a very, very nice looking model. Oh, Doom Guy models from files. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. I was gonna say, if you could do all of this in 9 hours, I would be incredibly impressed. I don't think I've ever met anyone that would be able to do that before. Not saying you couldn't, however. Some people. Just nuts, man. Let's see, maybe he's about there. Though I did have to learn how to do shaders in Blender and learn how Doom 2016 materials work. Wait. Oh, as in like the imported material from the file. Is that what you're saying? I'm gonna do a guesstimate and say that the main tube kind of ends up somewhere around there. It is very possible that I'm going to rework all of this stuff in the middle into something else completely. Because this is going to be a tuba weapon and not just like a tuba, although it could be kind of funny if it was just like a tuba and like tuba with some magazine on top or something like that. I don't know. If you guys were going to have a weapon that was a tuba, what would you want in the center of it? Would you want like some sort of digital readout? Would you want some sort of like mechanical actuators happenings? What should be in there? I have more renders to show in case you're interested. Absolutely. Yeah, totally link me, man. I would love to look at them. Ah! That needs to come out just a little bit, I think. So this, assumedly, I should be able to kind of extrude this and then place it somewhere up here. I'm going to make a guess as to where that should go. I think it should be something like that. That looks pretty straight, like against the side of this guy here. So I think that that makes sense. Let's take this guy over, rotate him, scale that down to about there. This here breathes to me as if it is maybe not rotated where it should be, but we'll leave it for the moment. Same with this guy. Something like that. Yeah, so you can often use rotation as a way of like kind of steadying out your geometry. So in this case, I can just kind of subdivide and then, oops, subdivide again apparently. And then rotate, and instead of like trying to do any vert manipulation or doing any extra extrusions or scaling or anything, it just kind of spreads out the geometry. Please tell me that you're going to remove those end guns. Wait, which ones are you looking at? You mean just like all over? I will be smoothing this out, yes. Just pour a bunch of bullets into the tuba and rapidly exhale. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Render a friend's GTA 5 mod that I did. Note how skin and hair looks, if that's even visible. So this is all in Blender 2.8 is what you're saying, right? Here. I mean, again, for a real-time renderer, that is incredibly nice. Yeah, I wonder, is it their own proprietary renderer, or are they using something else? That's super cool, man. I like it. Easy is a renderer name? Okay, so it is their own deal. That's super impressive. Dude, Blender has been making some really big strides recently. It's the stuff that they're doing is legitimately very impressive for being like a freemium program, you know? Let's just put in a support. And yes, I will be removing the end guns on the ends. I'm actually gonna probably be doing some extra modeling just around all of the sides here and on the top and the ends and stoof. Let's see. So this is where it gets tough, because I don't really have much to go off of in terms of reference. I need to kind of make this curve myself. I can tell you right now, it is not right yet. Also, I feel like this end might be a little bit too big, which might be part of the problem here. So maybe we should fix that up. I feel like it needs to come a little bit higher. It's just a little bit more of a curve and less of like a flat adjustment sort of a thing. Here's a meme. It is a video meme. I will take a look at that after the stream. I don't want to kill the bandwidth. Here's a screenshot from a viewport at render time. Oh, at real time. My mistake. Yeah, I think it's super good. I mean, it's not quite like if you're to render it out, not dynamically, what's the word, statically, but it's still super good. It's a really impressive little rendering tool. I wonder, can you like import renders into engines? Like, could you import open source render into Unity? Yeah, just whoop, wee. I will tell you what, guys, I am tired today. So my one of my jobs is working at a coffee shop in the area. And to do that, if you're going to work like the early shift at a coffee shop, this shape isn't quite right still. You've got to get up pretty darn early. Like, I get up probably later than I should. I get up about 10 minutes before my job actually starts, which is not good, maybe. But I do. And then I get in my car and I drive to work after I've managed to convince myself to get out of bed. And that's at 5:45 in the morning, and I start work at 6. And so when you're doing like a full shift, it really takes it out of you, man. Eevee isn't really supposed to be a fast real-time renderer. Oh, really? Did they mean it to be, what's it called when it's not real-time? Baked renderer, I guess? Let's just get this geometry kind of sorted out here a little bit. So, okay, in chat we have people talking about baked renderers and rendering speeds, and then Rachel's like, Johnny, I found a celebrity I like even more than Chris Hemsworth. Okay, tell me about it, Rachel. Tell me, who is this celebrity? And is it called like a pre-baked renderer then? I think it must be like baked, pre-baked, or just a renderer, maybe. Because isn't that the idea in the first place? Is that it's, you know, there to render something? Oh, I am not a fan of how I have made that curve. I guess, I mean, it does kind of follow suit with what's going on down there, but that also needs some work, so I don't know, we'll get there. Faster than a ray tracer, but still too slow for games. Yeah, because ray tracers are definitely still too slow for games too, and that's not sarcasm. We are getting close though, which is super exciting. Minecraft ray tracing was just announced, wasn't it? Like actual integrated ray tracing. Sam Hugan? Hugan? Why? Okay, why do you like him more than Chris Hemsworth, Rachel? I need to know all of the gory details. I think I asked this last time, but does anybody know where this is from? Because I am 90 to 95% certain, 90 to 95% certain I know where this is from. And I want to know if anybody else does. This is actually one of my favorite games on a certain console that was not generally liked by a lot of gamers. He's a gorgeous Scottish man. Okay, I mean, that's fair. I can respect that, you know what I mean? Especially if Scottish people are involved, because I like to talk about my Scottish heritage, you know? Even if it's only partially a Scottish heritage. Why is it that most Scottish men are stupidly attractive in media? I don't know. This is not something I know about. I just go off of hearsay. Johnny, let me send you a picture of him and you'll understand. Okay. With the rule attached, with the caveat attached that it is a PG picture, please, because I am not interested in seeing anything that I did not want to see today. It looks like he promotes Calvin Klein. Ow! See, I'm starting to understand now. I think I get it. I met one of the community guys from Rare, Sea of Thieves, and he was like 6 foot tall British, Scottish man. He was gorgeous. I don't know what to say. What was his name? I'll look him up, and then if I ever meet him in person, I'll be like, there's this person, and they said, and he'll be like, oh man. Maybe he gets that all the time. Probably. Oh, now what does it do? Wait. Where does the geometry go? Oh my gosh, have I done this totally wrong? Does that go down here? Is that what that piece is? Okay, I'm looking at the images. Oh, he looks like Frodo Baggins. What the heck? Hold on. That's totally Frodo Baggins. Are you saying that you have a thing for Frodo Baggins? I mean, yeah, I get it. I understand. I get the appeal here. Just make the tuba swiggle around some buttons and pretend it's good. I know! Game development in a nutshell, right? I feel like the best thing I could do is, like, try to get this to smoothly transition into this bit of geometry here. And then add in detail on top of it so you can't really see. I don't remember his name. I stalked him on Twitter. Oh, man. This is so creepy! No, I know it's not. I mean, something like that, I guess. It looks really bad. Okay, we're going to come back to that. I'm going to assume for right now that I'm going to be putting elements on top of that, so you can't really see it, though. Because there definitely are more pieces to this tuba that we need to get in place. I think I want to spend a little bit of time maybe tightening up some of these, some of this geometry here, because some of it is not so good. Let's see here. I'm not a creep, I'm just a sucker for attractive guys. I can respect that. No, I can respect that, for sure, for sure. So if we tighten this up a little this way, I mean, that's definitely better. Again, there's going to be elements on top of this, so I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. Although I would kind of like these two curves to be somewhat synonymous. Let's see if we can make that happen at least to a slight degree here. I feel very out of place in this chat. Dude, I feel you, man. I'm just like, I'm here to model a tuba. You guys can talk about Outlander all you want. Please, I mean, do as you need to, talking about the hot guys from Outlander. Then not a problem, but I'm gonna model my tuba and not feel like I can really engage in this conversation adequately. Okay, that's starting to look a little bit better. Maybe what we should do is we should have, like, you know, we should have guest stars of all of the attractive Scottish men that I know, and just like put them on a camera somewhere, and you guys can look at that, look at those guys, and I can gain all sorts of Twitch followers, and everyone will love it and everything. And I can just sit here and model my tuba and gain all of the revenue from all of the people that are there to just look at the attractive Scottish men. This seems like kind of like a win-win situation to me. Oh, wait, didn't you send me an image? This is still the best image I've ever made in game dev. I totally skipped right by this. What on earth? Check it out. Wait, so what? Was this a mistake or was this on purpose? I like how he's still perfectly content and happy with his situation. Good stuff, man. I like seeing what people are working on. Your mom says hi. Hi, Mrs. Nicely. Sorry I'm not there to watch The Walking Dead with you. As you rewatch the series for the 5th time or whatever time you're on now. Okay, what geometry do we want to tighten up? I see several bits that I'm not quite happy with, and I think the biggest one is right around here. I feel like this needs to be scaled up and maybe rotated a little bit differently. Maybe we'll just kind of haphazardly scale that down that way a little bit. That beheading was just me applying colliders to his head. Then I went, hey, what happens if I applied a rigid body? It'll like bounce around. I have had some of the weirdest errors you could possibly imagine trying to fiddle around with putting rigid bodies on things. They can go absolutely insane if you don't do it just right. It's really funny, actually. I want to change my Twitch name, but everything I can think of is related to Cleo is taken, and I'm sad. That is too bad. When I was changing my name, because I used to be Squidski was my Twitch name, and when I was changing my name, trying to find anything related to Ducky was just incredibly difficult. So I feel your pain, in other words. Oh, that's not quite right. 100%. Even like Ducky Dev without the underscore was taken, which I was kind of surprised at. She says, yeah, he should be sorry, then blew her nose. Was that a nose blow of indignation? Is that how I'm supposed to take that? I feel like your mom and I should start a buddy cop show, Rachel. I would like to have a buddy cop show with, like, the mother of one of my childhood friends. That seems like it'd be a lot of fun. Okay, no, I've got an excellent question. This is very important. If you were going to have a buddy cop show with anybody in your life, who would it be, and for what reason would you want to have a buddy cop show with that person? Because I feel like there's a large variety of reasons. What if they bring good snacks? That is an excellent reason, you know? Fun fact, I think you missed another image. Oh, I totally could have. I'm kind of like bouncing back between chat and trying to get this guy sorted out here. What was it? If you send it again, I can find it real quick. Okay, that's a little bit cleaned up. Am I happy with what's going on over here? I kind of feel like it is natural for parts of a tuba to kind of like collide into each other like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's unheard of in their make. So I don't want everything to just be like not on each other. It's going to look, I think, a little bit sparse if we do that. Buddy cop show with my friend Miguel. People think we get along, but we never agree on anything. Ah, yes, that would be excellent. Very good choice. Yeah, let's leave it for now and come back and do cleanup on another go around. I kind of want to try getting some detail in the center here, which means we need to make some decisions on what that detail is going to be, and whether we're even going to model that detail in Blender or not, which we might not. That might be something that we do on a separate model and then apply together in Unity. In fact, something does occur to me. Here, let's do it over here. So if we had another piece here, like when you fire the tuba, we could have this part of the tuba move down and then the other part of the tuba kind of stay still. So there'd be like some really interesting motion going on there. That would be really cool. I would want to show with Sam Eugen so that I could look at him the whole time. Oh my gosh, Rachel! You're incorrigible. You missed this, I think. Ew, let me take a look. Is this another model you imported? This looks really cool, man. I like the texturing a lot. This looks like a CS:GO gun to me. Is this by any chance from CS:GO? There's a very strange vibe going on in this chat. I think the strange vibe is Rachel. I think that's the strange vibe. I'm not sure I agree. Oh, what am I doing? I need to extrude that before I scale it. Let's make a little bit of the bell here. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with the balance we've struck. You guys are ridiculous. I love it. So this doesn't really need to be like super modeled out or anything. Just enough so that if you happen to look on the inside, then it'll have a little bit of depth to it. So I'm not going to go particularly crazy here. I'm probably just going to do like a few layers of extruding in, down. I think that'll be okay for right now. So you can see, if, like, you kind of get a view of the top of the tuba, you'll be able to see that there's some depth in there and stuff. So, okay, what do we want in here? Let's take a thank on that. I'm always the strange vibe. Yeah. No, that's actually true. I'm with you on that one. Rachel, why do you not Twitch stream? I feel like you'd be excellent at it. I'm trying real hard to not make a that's what she said joke. I don't even know to what, but I can just imagine that was not a good joke to make. You should be so ashamed of yourself, obviously. Me and my boss, the coffee shop boss, we've been friends for a long time. And we're just constantly cracking off-color jokes while we're working, and it's really bad because we like work right near doctor's office where a lot of, very polite, straight-laced older people are going in for their doctor's appointments, and I always feel bad when we like, kind of make one feel uncomfortable from something that we said while they're walking by or something. So we try not to do that. You know what I mean? There's that. So yeah, what do we want in the middle here? Do we want to just go for the normal bells? Not bells, the normal valves, or do we want something a little bit more interesting and special? And I'm kind of trying to think what that could possibly even be that wouldn't just kind of look cheesy. Part of the Rubber Ducky style is like taking things that are just kind of normal blasé things and just saying, oh yes, this is an interesting thing. Because inherently, the idea is it's like this kid that's playing with his stuffed animals, But, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it for a second. So in other words, like, just having this be, like, valves down here would totally fit that style. But maybe make it a little bit special by having them, a little bit disjointed from the rest of the tuba or something. Hey, Ducky, you mentioned some animation. Do you need an animator? Not for this project, but maybe sometime in the future. You never know. let's see here. Yeah, let's just do some valves for right now, I guess. Man, modeling the valves is not going to be easy either. How's we gonna do this one? What I might do is I might actually... oh, I do want to model these separately anyway, because I do want them to move separately, and I don't feel like trying to rig it. I'm gonna run with this and assume Rubber Ducky and Smash Bros are in the same universe. Well, of course they are! No, you know what? You know what universe Rubber Ducky is part of? He's part of the Batman Spider-Man universe, is what universe he's part of. I've thought of streaming me and Niles. Yes! Okay, Rachel has a pet chicken, a pet rooster named Niles, who's absolutely adorable, and would make an excellent streaming partner. Just call this Tuba Base. Ew, another render. Let's take a look. Nice! Oh, yeah. No, I kind of like how that brings out the texturing more. That's super sweet, dude. So do you do modeling on your own, or do you just kind of play with models that you find online just to, like, see what you can do rendering-wise with them? It's just Smash Bros, but everything has wonky physics and flops around. Yeah, that's pretty much Gang Beasts. Okay, question for you guys. Is Gang Beasts and, what's the other floppy physics game that everybody plays? Oh my goodness, I can't think of the name. Human Fall Flat, yes! Is Gang Beasts and Human Fall Flat by the same people? I feel like I asked somebody that, and they said that they are not, and I was really surprised, because they're so similar. Different devs, are you serious? But it's, like, practically the same engine! That's so crazy, man. Right. Tuba Base. Save that. We are going to... well, I can just keep the same setup, and I can delete the model and save as a new file and save tuba valves. Okay, and start from there. Human Fall Flat was the contract that fell through for me when I mentioned that the other day. Oh, that sucks, man. That would have been such a fun project to work on. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, what was the contract work? Was it like programming or something like that? I've been doing stuff with other games models for 3 years now. I have the most basic modeling knowledge, but okay at everything else. No, I totally get you. It's hard to like focus on everything all at once, you know? For me, for the longest time, I had no knowledge of anything artistic related. I was just a coder. But you gotta branch off eventually. Oh my gosh, stop! Okay, how do we want to start these? I kind of feel like the best way to do this is just pick a place and start. Because, like, these are so particular. I don't just want to, like, try to eyeball this, you know what I mean? I feel like it's going to go terribly if I do that. Tough stuff, man. Maybe I should start with these guys up here and get those down pat. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Because I know that I want those anyway. Okay, let's do that. And we can start with a primitive. Programming, yeah, updating it to the new version of Unity and adding workshop support plus new levels. Gotcha. Do they not have workshop support? Or did they hire someone else to do that then? Yay, primitives! So these primitives can be pretty low. How about like 8, I think. 8 sides. Save on those rendering calls, my dudes. I was supposed to be contracted, but then he decided at the very last minute that he didn't want to, the studio is contracting out to do the work to do it anymore. Aw, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, business, am I right? Trying to work on business with people is always difficult. It doesn't matter who it is, even if they have like the best of intentions. It just always ends up being a little bit harder than if you just, you know, are doing projects by yourself, which is too bad. The most impressive thing I've made was a scratch top-down shooter with music I stole from 3D Dot Game Heroes. Super fun little game, 3D Dot Game Heroes. I've never played it, but I've seen a lot of screenshots of it. Do you still have the build of it though? I'd like to take a look if you do. Okay. I know this looks like I'm just kind of going exactly over these, but I'm just trying to, like, do exactly what I can first, and then when I know that I want to change it up, then I'm going to change it up then. Because I'm not exactly the best at doing these sort of things in the first place. So I'd rather have something pretty standard to work off of, you know? Okay. Bring that down. So it looks like these, the big thing that's going to make these pop is making sure that I get a little bit of detail on these end caps here. So you can like definitively see that there's a little extra geometry there. I think that'll really help. They're planning on taking on 3 hires, me being one of them obviously, and had everything ready to go to. Yeah, that really does suck. I am very sorry to hear that. So I've been doing some acting lately, and I got to do a scene with the mom from Spy Kids. Really? Oh, that's so cool! How did you land that sort of a contract, Rachel? Is said actor in the area? Or did you go, like, did you branch out to do that? That's super cool. Okay. Well, okay, let's do this and like do all three bits of this detail here, and then see if we like that. So bring that out a little bit more, extrude that up. And extrude that down. And extrude that up. I just don't want this to be like too much geometry for ultimately a pretty small detail. You know what I mean? Which it probably isn't, let's be fair. We're talking about like max of 30 tries or something being rendered at one time. But, you know, you just want to be careful. Oh yeah, Ducky, did you take a look at that other game prototype I sent on the last stream? I did not. When did you send that? I think it got lost in the shuffle somewhere. And I should actually be able to reuse this piece of geometry here instead of making like a new primitive for the next part of this valve. Oh, but I do want these to be animated differently. Yes, I do. This is not good modeling technique, but it's just gonna make my life easier when I go to animate this thing. I'm gonna make a new primitive. And that's going to be, oh, ew, I'm gonna have to position this, aren't I? Oh, well. That's going to be this part, so then I can have these guys, like, actuate on their own using Unity Animator. Spoof. I think that'll be pretty good. So bring that up. Go ahead and rotate that. Twitch is just coming to a halt. I actually just can't see anything. Oh, that's so frustrating. I hate it when that happens. That was a year ago and nothing has come up since. Yeah, I mean, just keep working at it. I'm sure you can find something. There's always jobs out there. It's just a matter of getting in contact with the right people, you know? And it seems like you have like a really good knowledge set, so I wouldn't be surprised that somebody would be really interested in working with you. Whoops, that's not right. Tuba Tuesday, yeah! Hey Dunk, what's up? Also, should I resend the link to the aforementioned prototype? Absolutely. If you wouldn't mind dropping that in Discord so I don't lose it this time, that would be excellent. Or is it already in Discord and I missed it there? It's entirely possible. I'm not exactly the most talented at these sort of things. Okay. Does that look right? Not particularly. Let's try again. Fun fact, I was in Discord already, right above the illegal video. Okay, I will go take a look at that here in a little bit. Resent for convenience, I appreciate that. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do like 3 extrusions and then do some extra geometry with some edge loops. Like there, and another one there, I think. Okay, that's about the right shape-ish. It doesn't need to be too detailed because, again, we're going to be seeing this from, like, out here. You know, it's incredibly small. Junior roles are kind of hard to come by over here, at least, though. I'd love to come over to work US side or something where all the big studios are at. I mean, you can always try to get some positions online first, because I know a lot of companies are really willing to do that. In fact, that's how I work with New Blood, is totally online. Well, not totally. Obviously, my brother's in the area. But, like, it's totally possible, I think, if you keep peeking around. I'm sure you could dig up something somewhere if you keep looking around. And I say that not as a flippant, oh, I'm sure you could find something, but as a, there's definitely stuff you can do, and I think that you have the skills to be able to do it. So if you keep looking around, I'm sure you can make it happen. Wah, wah, wah. So why am I selecting all of these faces? Because we are going to try something incredibly sketchy and probably not very Blender legit. That's why. We're gonna try to rotate all of these guys. This should work, right? Yeah, that works totally fine. Okay, nice. Because that needs to be about parallel with that, and it wasn't. I found a link. I made this on an old school account because I was practicing for a science Olympiad game making competition. Oh, that's interesting. Ended up taking second in state. Nice! With an asteroids clone. Awesome. I'll check that out in a second here, man. Along with the other one that you sent in Discord. Zynurki. Am I getting closer? Am I at least close? I know I don't need this extra geometry, but it just bothers me that it doesn't look quite right. Okay, so from back here, would I be fooled into thinking that that is something Tuba-esque? Yeah, I think it's all right. I think it's workable. Can I deselect this? I'm sure there's a way. It's okay. We'll take a look at here in a second. So let's go ahead and I guess just copy these guys. Do I really want to do it that way? Yeah, I guess so. I'm kind of going back to that thought in my head of like how complex do I really want the tuba to look, and do I want other details on the tuba that are not going to be all this valving structure stuff. kind of feel like I don't really need all of these to connect. I just need enough of them to get the impression of there being like weaving valves all over the place. And then obviously something like this. But I think this is a good opportunity to kind of start breaking off from my reference photo and maybe do something interesting with that guy. Like maybe have that spiral around, or be something that's not a mouthpiece, or I don't know. I'm gonna think about that here in a second. Read this inefficiency. I know, right? These tiny bits of faces, man. Yeah, I worry about like 5 faces, and then also I'm spawning in like 100 objects a frame in combat. I did make it on a Chromebook with questionable speakers, so I may have screwed up the audio. I will keep that in mind, and I will not judge you for it. I have done the same thing many a time myself. Okay, we're just going to take the plunge, and we're just going to copy these guys over for the moment. I'm not going to copy the handles quite yet. Or not handles, what are those called? The things that you push with your fingers. Sorry, gotta go. Oh, okay. I'll make sure to take a look at the game when you're able to be here, like maybe next stream or something like that. The doot modulators, yes, that's exactly what they are. Excellence. I'm stuck between Clomotine and Cleofox as my new Twitch handle, and I can't decide. I think Cleofox sounds like a really good Twitch handle, and I'm kind of surprised that that one's not taken already, to be honest. No. Yeah, about there. Okay, so we've got those guys in place. Let's do a little bit of detailing of all this valving structure coming around. See what we can't do with that. Now, okay, so now where do I start? It's just like, I could pick any two, but you know, eventually it's all going to end up in the same place, right? I feel like I want to start with the ones that would legitimately overlap these guys, because that's the most important part, is just really getting something to give those a reason for existing inside of the model. Uh-oh, I have no idea what my Twitch password is. I mean, technically speaking, you could just keep trying different combinations, and eventually it will work, right? So long as it doesn't kick you out. I mean, who knows? Tuba Tuesday could go on ad infinitum. I think I'm just going to do this as a new piece. Okay. My decision is made. Let's get another cylinder in here. So the question is watching me model tubes more interesting than watching me fail to program leaderboards? Because I feel like the leaderboard stream, I mean, it was the best stream in terms of just like having fun and goofing off and stuff. But I feel like it was so incredibly boring to watch. I would have been out of there in like 2 seconds. Also, this music is so incredibly sad. This is not the upbeat, jaunty Tuba Tuesday music that we need. We need some jauntier music. Hold on. Hold on, Amo. Here, skip ahead. What do we got? Oh, that's not terribly jaunty. Skip ahead again. There we go. This music is very pleasant, right? This is a very pleasant music. No! No! No ads! Go away! Okay. Yeah, I don't use ad block, by the way. Is that another one of those we're going to get mad at Johnny things? think that could work, potentially. Get that guy over there, rotate him around. Oh yeah, by the way, the video meme I sent earlier is really short and wouldn't even make a dent to bandwidth. Okay, I will take a look at it at some point then here. For sure. Also, oddly enough, leaderboard stream was very entertaining. I had loads of fun on the leaderboard stream, even though it was like 90% code. I had a great time. I think it was fun because there was like a lot of people and it was a Saturday, so you know none of us really had too much to do other than just be there and have fun. But hey John, I'm so livid at you for not using ad block that I'll say the F word. Finger bones, no! I beat finger bones 100 times in a row. Did you actually do that? And I deeply regret it. Did you actually beat finger bones 100 times in a row? Did you? You did? Why? What was your reason for doing this? Was it like just to show David up and be like, yo, I'm better at you? Jab told me to. Oh, that guy. Wait, why did you do something that Jab told you to do? That's a horrible idea. Sadly, the VOD is long gone. That is super sad. Okay, let me take a look at the VOD here. I'm gonna turn off my desktop audio for a second in case it's really loud. Wah, 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 wah. It is really loud. It is really loud. Here, let me turn it down a little bit. So is this the best meme that you've ever seen? Before I reveal this, before we give the grand reveal to this meme, is this the best meme that you have ever seen in your life? That's the question that needs to be answered here. Okay, ready? Are you guys ready for this? Desktop audio is back on. Transition. I'm so confused. Why is this a thing? What is this saying? What is the artistic meaning? It's not the best I've seen, but it's the best I've made. I like it, man. I think it's super fun. Good stuff. Also, those are like legitimately well-made, just fake swords, just for like being prop stuff. I like it. I really don't like finger bones. I'm so sorry. Out of curiosity, is that the game that you have beaten the most times in your life? And now I can't change my name, so I'm confused. Is it just not letting you, or can you not find the option to do it? If you change your name within like 6 months or something, I don't think it'll let you do it again for a little while. Whoop. Let's get some of this in place here. I'm starting to get a little bit of my blender fingers back, which is good. It makes it a little bit quicker to get through this stuff. This is actually part of a bigger short film thing that I have no association with. So you just kind of like went for it, grabbed the footage, made a meme, clocked out, went to sleep. I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, I think that'll look like it's got some nice layering going on. I can change my name now, but I got my password wrong too many times, so I have to wait a little bit. LOL! Whoop. Let's get this over here. I should just leave it like that. That looks horrible. Which tells me if I'm going to make it rotate around that way, this edge here is gonna need to be rotated. Oh, and if we're gonna do that, we need a support edge loop. Go, go, go. Okay. And then we can rotate that and move it over. And now we can do another edge loop here. Is anybody that actually knows how to model correctly in chat right now and groaning at how badly I'm doing this? Because I'm absolutely certain there's a better way of doing it. But I mean, I don't know, man. This is not what I'm good at doing. I just model things, man. I took one class of modeling, a single class, and that is like the extent of my knowledge of this subject. You know, I have like a 20-minute video of the worst cooking show you'll ever watch. Why do you have it then? A complete disaster of a video, honestly. Wait, did you create said video, or did you find it online and decided that it was important enough to download? Is that what you're saying? Rotate this pupperoo. And do that. So in terms of stream schedules, guys, here is my thought. I do like doing like one stream just during the week, but I know that like less people can show up to that one. So I want to make the, like, if I'm going to do a stream during the week like this, I want to make sure that that one's not like a terribly important thing. Like it's just kind of modeling a tuba or something. But if I was going to do something like stream on Friday and Saturday or something like that, what times would be best? Like, what times do you think people usually watch development stream stuff? I don't really know. And also, what exactly should I be streaming? Should I be streaming, modeling? Should I be streaming programming, or just rando development, whatever happens to be going on that week? Because I definitely do a lot of stuff that I don't stream just because I feel like it wouldn't be terribly interesting to watch, you know what I mean? Stream whatever, whenever is my motto. Yeah, okay, how about the fact, I could stream the fact, I should have probably, like, set up a webcam just so you guys could see this. Like, I don't know, 8 hours into my day today, the story time, the sans story time music, because it's a super short story, but story time, like, oh my gosh, like 8 hours into my day today, I looked down at my feet and I'm like, well, wait, why is my sock inside out? And then I realized I was wearing a white sock on my right foot inside out and a black sock on my left foot not inside out, which means, technically speaking, I have gotten as far away from matching socks as I possibly could. Meaning, in a weird way, doesn't that kind of mean that they've made a pair in and of themselves if they match so incredibly... There's my menu. If they match so incredibly badly? Oh, darn, I just turned on the snapping grid. How do I have that not do that? It's okay. Around the time you've been streaming the last few times, it's nice for me. Okay, good. So long as it's, like, not a big strain for you guys. I do feel like... Oh my goodness, I'm sorry I keep doing that. So long as it's not, like, a big... click the magnet. Where? Right there? Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate someone that actually knows how to do this being in the chat. Wait, I totally lost my train of thought. Was I talking about tubas, or was I talking about something else? I legit don't know. Oh, I was talking about stream schedules, wasn't I? I'm so confused. What was I talking about? Whatever, let's just talk about tubas. It's Tuba Tuesday, right? Okay. So let's do approximately that on the other side and then evaluate, you know? You were talking about how you intend on buying a tuba and playing it live on stream. Oh, is that what I was saying now? What if I told you, oh my goodness, what if I told you I already own a tuba, and I have not been playing it live on stream because I wish to save that for a special time. How would you feel? Would you feel rejected? Would you feel duped? These are all legitimate feelings. Every time I rotate a face, I feel like I have to make a noise because it looks like a worm coming out of the ground or something. Let's grab that and bring that down a mite. It's a little high, I think. I know Blender as a toddler knows Eldro. Well, that entirely depends on the toddler. Let's be fair. I mean, okay. So I knew, or not knew, some person showed me this meme, and I have no idea if this is true or not, but it makes an excellent meme, where it's like this 10-year-old kid or 12-year-old kid that's like, some guy tweets about him giving physics advice in his physics class, and then the next 2 years later he tweets about him, you know, in some advanced physics class, and then it just goes on, and then suddenly there's like this 16-year-old kid that is like a part of some doctoral program or something. It was just super cute. Anyway, kids are crazy, man. That's the point. Tuba Tuesday game on stream. Well, yeah, that would be an excellent idea. Wait, what game should I play for Tuba Tuesday? No, serious question. What game is tuba enough for Tuba Tuesday? Oh, hey! Yay! Cleo Fox! Now I don't need to figure out how to pronounce your name anymore! Yay! This benefits me greatly. I feel like there's some game that has a super iconic tuba in it, but I can't think of what it is. You must make a dedicated tuba game for Tuesday. Okay, maybe that'll be a mini project. New build every Tuesday. New build for the tuba game every Tuesday. Then, I mean, Tuba Tuesday would have a legit reason for existing. Like I said, though, I lost Twitter followers over Tuba Tuesday. Tuba Tuesday was not popular with my Twitter followers at all, which is kind of delightful in its own way. But there was this one online page with a trumpet. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Like, where you just kind of slide the page around and it makes trumpet noises. It was super cool. Let's get this assorted. I have noticed, and I think this is because a lot of my Twitter followers have come from MaxX stuff, that whenever I'm doing maximum action development specifically, I get a lot more viewers on Twitch. Which is, I mean, it's fine both ways. I like doing MaxX stuff and I like doing other stuff too. But I feel like if I was just going to do this with the numbers in mind, what I would probably do is just only ever stream MaxX development, because I'm pretty sure like the majority of my viewer base just wants to see me do that. But it's okay. Tubas are more important anyway. What did I do? I wonder, you know, okay, wait a minute. Legit idea here, legit art style idea. What if you make an entire art style just based off of Z fighting? Right? So, like, all of your models just have this, like, on every single face. Make a tuba for maximum action. Oh, this tuba is definitely going to go into maximum action. Even if I have to just do, like, a custom weapons mod or something like that, it is definitely going in. Ducky, you're very famous. How will you spend your millions? If I were very famous, how would I spend my millions? I'm not even joking. I would set up some sort of system in place so that I would be forced to donate a large chunk of them. Because I know for a fact that I am not the type of person that would just do that naturally, because I'm very tight-fisted with my money, but I would like to be the type of person that would use that for something good and not just hoard it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I'd probably, like, set up some sort of system where, like, other people have control over my money, like a committee had control over my money, and they could, figure out where would be best and most helpful to put it, and I would just live off of some small part of it. Make an artisanal tuba company. That seems like a good idea. Everybody likes artisanal tubas, man. So here's a question. How many of you guys just, like, lurk in chat? Like, you watch. Not even just this stream, but just streams in general. But you watch, and you just kind of lurk, and then if you like it, you're like, ah, yes, I'll follow. And then you follow, and then you go away, and they never hear from you again, because they never heard from you in the first place. Like, do you do that often? I feel like most of the streams that I watch, that's what I'm doing for most of the time, you know? I feel like the music's just a tad loud. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. You know what this is? This is totally a McDonald's tuba right now. You see what I mean? Depends on the stream. So, like, are there certain people that you'll be chatty for, and then certain other people you just, like, will be there to watch, or what? Usually larger streamers I don't bother chatting in because it'll just get lost. Yeah, for sure. Even if you're in, like, sub-chat, or anything like that, there's still a good chance it'll get lost. I'll gladly take control of your money. Oh, thanks, Rachel. I appreciate that. Okay, so what am I doing that makes it rotate like that sometimes? It could just be that my mouse is not the best. The middle buttons go in pretty bad. Okay, let's evaluate. Here, select that so we can kind of get a view of what's going on here. What do we need to add that's going to make this seem alive? You know what I mean? Because that's kind of the goal here, is to give this some sort of just interesting personality. And I feel like right now it is a perfectly made, well, not perfectly, it is a badly made tuba that is based almost completely off of a reference picture, but I want to start giving this some personality. I tend to lurk in more popular streams or streams I don't really find that enjoyable. Yeah, same. Give it a face. Oh! Now you have brought up an interesting idea. So the question is this a sentient tuba? Is this your sentient tuba pal, and you go on adventures with your sentient tuba pal? You know what I mean? Or is this some random tuba that this kid had in his house, and he, you know, attached it to his stuffed animal, and they're flying around the house and doing all sorts of stuff? Like, what kind of tuba is this? You can make it like the instruments from Bandland and Rayman 1. Yeah, don't they have faces and stuff? Rayman personality is just super good, especially in the newer ones. I can't believe Rubber Ducky and the Rainbow Gun costs less than chips in a vending machine. I demand the cost to be higher. The game is a masterpiece. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, first of all. But you know why I did that? Because I released that after Sumo, which, if for anyone that has been following me for a very long time, like 4 or 5 years, you will understand Sumo was a complete trash fire disaster. And I was so scared of releasing a game that cost like anything after that, because I felt like people are just going to hate it. So I made Rubber Ducky cost $1. And I'm kind of glad I did, because that meant a lot of people could play it and enjoy it. And that was really the fun part for me. Personality! How? I don't know. Okay. Maybe the face is the way to go. Maybe we just attach a bunch of penguins to it, because that would definitely have personality, right? It's a toy tuba from an oversized Lego set. Man. Or we could, like... Oh, you know what we could do? This would be super fun. Okay, we could, like, model all of these innards as separate pieces. And then all of the animations of the tuba, they all move separately, so they feel super disconnected and jangly. So, like, whenever you fire, then, you know, they go pom, pom. Well, not to this degree, but you kind of get the idea, and then snap back to place. That could be kind of cool. I might experiment with something like that. Or, like, at least that as a part of giving it some personality, and then we could also have, you know, some seagulls attached to it. Which is the first place my head always goes when it's like, oh yeah, how do you give something personality? Attach animals to it. I don't know why. But make the tuba a sumo wrestler. Oh right, for Sumo Revise too, right? Yeah. Have you guys, okay, is there anyone in chat that has ever seen sumo before? Or are you guys all post-sumo people? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try putting some pieces and then maybe popping this into Unity and seeing what I can do. I've never played it. I know it exists. Yeah, I mean, I would not even really recommend picking it up unless you've already got a group of people to play with, because it does have AI, but they're not fun enough to like make the game worth it by itself. And that's speaking as the person who made it, you know. So yeah, you can take that to the bank. I only followed you like a week ago. Okay, fair enough. Sumo Revise is the first game I released like for money online. Here, let me show it. Let me show it off. This is one of those interesting bits of game development history of Johnny. Hold on. Sumo Revise. This is still on Steam. This is still buyable. I'm not recommending that you buy it, though. Here, I'll restart the trailer. So I made this when I was like, I don't know, 17, maybe 17, 18. David actually worked on this game. This is, I believe, his lowest rated game that he ever worked on, which is hilarious. But the thing is, it's like this super jank local multiplayer game. And we all thought it was super fun, and some people do really, really love it. And then a lot of people, you can kind of see 52% positive is pretty bad. Some people really did not like it very much at all. And so when this released, I was only like 18 or 19 or so. And you can kind of see from the reviews down here, these are old reviews. Refused. Oh, this one is actually way newer. Jeez Louise, though. Holy crap. Why are there still hundreds of developers who think that going retro will cover up the many shortfalls of their game? Like, stuff like this really gets to you. Like, now it's like, yeah, I get, you know, this game was not very well made, and it had issues with publisher. I wasn't working with New Blood at that point. It was someone else. Don't want to get into it. But, like... a lot of these reviews were very hurtful and really hard to deal with at the time, and I actually put down game development for several years because of that, because I just kind of felt like, okay, well, that one flopped, and I put like a year and a half into this project. It might not look like it, but there's a lot going on in there. But yeah, anyway, all that to say, at the same time, then Rubber Ducky was on Greenlight, because it was, you know, on Greenlight back then. As luck would have it, Rubber Ducky went through Greenlight at about the same time that Sumo was just like hitting the point where nobody was buying it or anything like that, so no reviews were coming in. So I decided just to like release it, just because it was like, oh well, it's already done, finished. I'll just release it for super cheap. But yeah, if Rubber Ducky hadn't gotten through Greenlight, I wouldn't be doing game dev. That's like definitely a thing. That's the only reason I'm doing it now. But yeah, 201 messages. Wow. Yeah, I know. It's like 100% MaxX stuff. So much stuff happened with MaxX discussion boards over the summer sale, and I just couldn't keep up. So they just piled up eventually. That's after clearing it out too. But all that to say, I think the takeaway there is, even if your product kind of fails on launch, don't give up. Like, you can always do another one, you know? But I await the day I get personal attacks. Dude, like, you really need to have a thick skin, even if you're working on small projects. Even, like, MaxAx stuff and, like, apps that I've made and stuff, people get really nasty. One guy, like, was stalking, my Facebook and trying to figure out where I live and stuff like that. So now my Facebook is private, because it's like, I don't really want people showing up at my door because I made a game about a duck. You know what I mean? But, okay, anywhoozle, after that little dive into history, let's get back to this guy. I think I want to add in these curves here and have those go behind these valves. If we can make that happen. And if we do that, I think that'll be enough to have some detail to work with. You know what I mean? I have to clear out my notifications like every time I get on Twitter. I do that for Twitter. Yeah, my Twitter notifications are very clean. It's my Steam notifications that are a disaster. And my emails. Oh my gosh, let's not get into that. I have like 9 email accounts, and one of them, single one of those has over 5,000 unread emails in it. So you can imagine what all the other ones look like too. It's not good stuff, man. I need to be less bad. Hey, have you seen my E1M1 mod for MA? Oh, wait, did you make, are you Zilch on Steam? Or did you make a different E1, E1? Oh, it's E1M1 from Doom 1. Dude, I haven't seen that. I will definitely take a look. That's some. Oh, you did the E1M1 model? Oh yeah, absolutely. I saw that. That thing's amazing. That's actually my favorite mod on the MA workshop. I'm not even joking there. Dude, I tweeted that out. I tweeted out like just a picture of your mod on Twitter, and it got like 2,000 likes, over 2,000 likes. People really, really liked that. So good job, man. Your mods were absolutely excellent. I would say you are one of my favorite mod creators on the workshop by far. I made the first community MA mod. Oh, really? Wait, what was it? That being H. Oh, you made the H? Yes! Yes, I remember that. That was actually a super exciting one for us in the development team, because, like, it had been a while of us working on the custom weapons and the workshop and all of that stuff. And then some guy posted the H weapon mod as soon as we released it, and we were all super excited because it was like, oh wow, you know, people are actually doing stuff with this. It was super cool. So thank you, I appreciate it. It was a super, super fun time. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. What am I doing? Ow! So scale on... Did I extrude? Okay, I'm gonna back up a little bit here. I think I did something not good. Had to let Scott know that the uploader wasn't working. That was my fault. Well, actually, it wasn't really my fault. We just forgot to set it public. Was the big thing there. Which I should have known, but... Wait, no, so it is on Y. I just did that and it didn't work, I could swear. You voiced the finger gun as well. Oh yeah, you've got all sorts of great meme mods, dude. Like, seriously, all sorts of fun stuff. But that was just a port of the character model from the game I'm making right now. Wait, you have not sent me, like, any screenshots or anything of the game that you're making, have you? I don't think you have. If you haven't, you should, because I would like to see it. For sure. Okay, So the goal here, and this can be done incredibly cheesily and badly, because this is going to be seen pretty much in perspective, or not perspective, pretty much orthographically all the time. So let us just kind of bump this up so that it intersects with the valves. Oh. Yeah, no, this is, never mind. Should I finish my vacuum mod? Is that even a question? Of course you should finish the vacuum mod. That's amazing. I love it. Yes, that sounds like a great idea. I will post that one on Twitter as well. And this time I'll actually credit you for it. Okay, that's good enough. Again, I mean, this is going to be seen from this angle, so getting that perfect is not needed by any degree. Ooh, screenshot of game! Okay, I'll take a look at that here in just a mo. I really love looking at projects that people are working on. Dude! This is sick! Hold on, let me show this. Let me show this. This is super cool! I love this art style! Wait, so what sort of shaders are you using? Or is this all material mumbo-jumbo? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, that looks super neat, man. I absolutely love the style. Future news, local man Shemansky creates a portal to Ducky World. Neighbors say that he was planning this portal with Dr. Doofenshmirtz shorts. Oh! You know what? I have a story. No, I have a story. Did you guys know that I had the chance to be on an unnamed children's channel that happens to have many princesses associated with it? I never actually signed a contract, so I can just say it. I actually tried out to be on a Disney TV show and almost got on. Do you guys want to hear this story? Because this is a really good story. I think this is a good enough story that I need storytime music. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting my story time music set. This is a super good story. I can't believe I've never told this on stream before. Cough. So, where is my story time music? I really need to like keep this handy. It's in that playlist, and I got copyright stricken when we listened to the Pokemon theme, which doesn't matter because it's not like my YouTube channel has monetization in the first place. This is a long enough story though. We need to listen to storytime music at like half speed probably, which is going to make it even more horrifying than it already is. Okay, here's the story. So this was back when Rubber Ducky was on Greenlight, okay? So this is around that same time. I was in college at the moment. The semester had just started, and I get an email in my business email, well, what at the time was my business email, from what seemed like could be a slightly not legit sketchy source saying like, hey, you know, we found your game on Greenlight and we thought it was interesting and we wondered if you might be interested in some opportunity that this game would give you. And I was like, hey, why not? You know, I was like, 18 or 19 years old. And so anytime you get something that even vaguely resembles a business email, you just kind of go crazy because somebody wants to talk to you, And so I start talking to this person, and she makes it clear that she's like a producer on a TV show, and it would be like a TV show about like kid-centric video game developers or something like that. The idea would be you have to pitch your game to a panel of judges and stuff that you've done on it to try to get investment and funding for it. Which I was like, oh yeah, that sounds super cool. And she's like, yeah, and it'll air on this kids channel and stuff like that. and it'll be super cool. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I'll audition. Why not? Because it was supposed to be like an internet audition, something online. And so I go ahead and start this auditioning process. So the first thing was a phone interview. And then after the phone interview, you had to do, or I'm sorry, there was an email interview, and then you had to do a phone interview after that, and then you had to do a Skype interview. But the Skype interview was special because you had to have props, and you had it to be like in character. You had to like be someone in character that people would be like super interested in and stuff like that. And so I like went all out. I asked all my sources. Somebody sewed up like a little rubber ducky plushie that squeaked when you squished it. Some people made like some rubber ducky cookies for me. And I like not hired, but I asked a professional videographer that I knew to like help me get some good pictures and set up a good location and everything. And we go through this whole interview. By this time I knew this was actually supposed to be for the Disney Channel. Because I'd read through this like 50-page contract that they had sent me. I go through this whole interview. It goes phenomenally well. She said, yeah, there's like a 99% chance you're going to get on this show. We really like what you're doing. We think your game is good. We think people will like you a lot. And then, this is the turning point in the story. Frickin' Nickelodeon released that doomed show about video game developers that they put on. And once Disney saw that, they canceled the whole thing! So I never got a chance to be on the show! Oh, it was so frustrating! It would have been so cool, but yeah, oof. At least this is, this is all hearsay. I don't really know this for sure at all. This is just kind of what I assume happened. Because it's not like I was really told any of this, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting little story. Telepathic copy pasta. Yeah, right. OMG, Ducky could have been famous. I know. So sad. Honestly, though, that probably would have, like, really boosted my career a lot if that had gone through. But, I mean, honestly, it probably makes a better story than it would have been otherwise. I'm perfectly content with where I'm at, so it's okay at the end of the day. By the way, I quote RT'd your tweet about my mod, just saying, yes, do it! Your mod deserves a quote RT, my good sir. Okay, I'm gonna set up the piping for this side, and kind of do the same thing that I did on this side over here, and I'll probably actually just use this pipe here for reference for that. Emend later, sad ducky noises. Oh no, sad squeak. I could have been a Disney princess. The worst part about this is if this had gone through, I could have said legitimately that I was going to be a Disney princess. And that would have been the most important part to me, right? Because that's the story that you never get to let go of, I've got some other really fun stories about stuff that happened while Rubber Ducky was on Greenlight and stuff like that. But I'll save them. I think, although I've gotten a lot of support really recently from doing Max X stuff and stuff like that, I think still the time that I grew the most development-wise was while Rubber Ducky was in development and after it released. Because there was a lot of people that really were like, hey, I like this and stuff, which I was super excited about. It was super fun. And I super, super, super appreciated every single one of you guys. I really did. Also, you never answered if you want to be part of that little game I'm doing, lol. Wait, when did you ask me this? I'm so sorry. Gotta keep them saved up so you don't run out. Oh, definitely, You only have so many stories, right? I can tell you about the time that I thought a woman was calling me beautiful, but she was actually just reading off of a sign. It's pretty sad. What's your PC specs? I have a GeForce GTX 980, 8 gigs RAM, or I'm sorry, 16 gigs RAM. i7, I think it's the 6400, if I'm not mistaken. And what else would you need to know? I think like a 64,000 watt power supply, something like that. It's actually a New Blood development, sanctioned development computer. They bought it for me, which is very nice of them, so that I could do MaxX dev. George's canon final boss of Maximum Action. George should be the final boss of Maximum Action. That would be amazing. I love that idea. I'm totally going to suggest that. Okay, so again, this is going to be seen orthographically like this, so I don't really need to go too crazy trying to make this look super nice from this perspective here. That said, I am not terribly happy with how that isn't symmetric. Why isn't that symmetric, though? Oh, I see what I did. I wonder if I can move that. I'll bet I can move that pretty easily. Let's see if we can fix that up. I have so many suggestions for MaxX, it's just wild. Dude, keep them chugging. I mean, even if it doesn't seem like we take many suggestions, we do try to. It's just, you know, hard when you've got so many other things to work on. And we definitely take suggestions in the development process in terms of like what we're going to work on next and stuff like that. So it is all heard and all appreciated. I will tell you that. And we can probably just like adjust these a little bit, and I don't think that really looks too bad, and centers it a lot better for that piece coming up this way. Okay. Peppa too, but Peppa throws bacon strips. I think I missed something. Oh, Peppa being the final boss of MaxX. If we could get like a Hello Kitty brand deal and have Hello Kitty be the final boss of MaxX, I'm pretty sure the internet would really like that. I would really like that. Screw the internet, man. Okay. And that just to straighten that sucker out a little bit. Okay, I mean, this is good enough to be able to test with, at least, you know? Maybe the tuba should be asymmetrical just to make it more janky, like an old distorted toy. That is not a bad idea. I think I will play around with that for sure. What I kind of want to do right now is just get these pieces implemented so I can try them. But yeah, I think if this is not looking like it could go somewhere, I think we definitely need to start doing things like, you know. It's hard to explain because I don't know how the code works to begin with. Neither do I. Neither does George. We do our best. We do our best. Now, the code base is a little messy because George started working on it back in the old days of when he was like 14. So there's still some remnants of that, but it's not too bad. I just realized we could possibly make a Ducky texture pack for sale on Minecraft. That is an... then they can buy it with Minecoins! Yes! This needs to happen! What do we need to do to make this happen? I think that's a great idea. Okay, so we've got the secondary pieces of the tuba, and I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop into Unity, and I'm just going to place these guys in, so we can get like a little bit of an idea of what that's going to look like. You can ignore that for the moment. You guys might actually appreciate this. I have been doing a little... Oh, now I'm in Blender mode and I'm like, wait, why isn't it rotating? I've been doing a little bit of reworking of this first place here. Nothing, like, super major. But I'm trying to get it to the point where it's, like, a little bit more like an environment. I also have dynamic shadows now for Ducky, which I thought was kind of nice. And I can show off a little bit more of his sliding physics and stuff like that. So, like, if you're coming down a hill like this and you go ahead and slide, you'll keep your momentum. And it is generally faster than walking, so if you want to go fast and do stuff like that in the game, then this is a good way of doing it, which I think is good because it feels super satisfying to do. So there's that. But I was just earlier today, I was playing around with like getting rid of that huge gaping perspective and maybe doing stuff more island-based like this. Wait, so who programmed Maximum Action? Nobody knows. It's an ancient mystery. It kind of is an ancient mystery. We say it's George, but we don't know that. We don't know that at all. Anyway, you can't see it over here, but one of the platforms is going to be a giant lizard, like the third platform in this level. I don't know why, I just thought it would be cute. Ducky, do I have a cat or a dog? I do not have either, but I do have a stray cat that lives outside my window, and sometimes I interact with when I go outside of my apartment. I really like cats a lot. I do not mind dogs at all, but cats hold a special place in my heart. They're so floofins. What we're doing? Putting in some tubas. That's what we're doing. Let's do it in a new scene. And just pop into edit mode. By the way, for those who are interested in such things, I am using real-time CSG for my level design inside of Ducky here, because it is a super nice tool, and I highly recommend looking into it. I like how you said, wait, when did you ask that question? But you never actually answered the question. Amazing. I'm sorry, I don't even know what question I'm answering. What question? I'm so confused. We have 4 cats here. We had 3 until like a week ago, until one of them gave birth to a small kitten. Aww. So fluffins. Very fluffins. Okay, Tuba? Hey, Tuba! So it is a very large tuba right at the moment, and obviously not a textured tuba. But it is my tuba, and I love it very much. And here's the tuba valves. Assumedly, if I center these, that's not gonna work. That's a shame. Yeah, it's on the wrong side of them. Oh well, we'll just position it manually. It's just opening its eyes now, and it's adorable. Kittens are super cute, man. Tuba inside a tuba! That's a great idea! It's a tuba that fires tubas that fires seagulls or bananas or something. The question about if you want to join in on my game that you played on last stream, Oh, I gotcha! Not at this time, but maybe in the future. For no other reason than that I am working on, like, 3 or 4 different projects right now, and just don't have enough time to really devote to another one. But I would like to be helpful as I can to your project for sure. So if you want any sort of feedback or anything, I am more than willing to keep giving that, so long as you're working on it. You know, this isn't looking too bad. Although it's, you know, this needs to rotate. I think your scale is a little bit off now. Yeah, right. That's what we need. I'm still waiting for your reaction to testing my style test prototype. Dude, I want to do that. I'll totally do that today before the stream's over. I am actually very excited to do that. Okay, now recenter. So, you know, assumedly it would be something like this. And then all of these things, when you fire, all of them could like plonk down like that, which I think could look kind of cool. But this is empty down here for sure. I kind of don't want to fill that in with valves, though. I kind of want to do... I feel like that's a great opportunity to do something special and fun down there. So I might kind of play around with that. I'm not really sure what to do. I just kind of know I want to do something, you know? Turn the Explodo chair into a weapon. That's a great idea. Is that video that you sent before? I considered making it into a weapon mod for MA. You totally should. I think people would love that. Okay, so that's that. And if I... Okay, that should be animatable, I think. I think we can make that happen. So if I parent that under Tuba base, I should actually be able to make this into a prefab. So I'll just unpack and unpack. And now we've got ourselves a nice little object to be working with. And let's put an... Oh, it's already got an animator. Of course, of course. Just making sure that this one doesn't, though. Okay, excellent. And we need an animator controller for our tuba. Let's go ahead and do that. What was I doing? Right, animator controller. Wow. Tuba animator controller. And stick that on there. And we don't need to save this scene. We just need the prefab. BTW, here's the full vid to the chair accident. Okay, I'll take a look at that in a little while here. I want to get some animation done on this guy to kind of get an idea of whether we're going in a good direction with this thing or not. You know, it's really shocking how easy it is to model things off of reference. I do not consider myself a talented modeler by any means, but I mean, it's very understandably a tuba. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think the trick to doing modeling is know when to use reference and when not to use reference. And I'm okay at using reference and very bad at not using reference. Which is why my stuff never has like any personality. What do we want to do? We want to make like some tuba animations. No, what we want to do is we want to put this in a prefab so we can see what it looks like while Ducky's holding it. Player related, tuba base. And this needs some different shaders on it, and etc, etc. But let's just... Oh my gosh, I just did that again. Oh, I just realized I know someone who's a really highly professional modeler. Do you? Anybody that I would know? Nah, it's okay. Alrighty, Ducky. Let's get you a tuba. Actually, let's just drag the tuba into the scene here. Tuba base. And scale that to an approximate size. Chris Remmers, doubt you know him, but just take a look at what he does. It's very impressive. Yeah, if you link me, I'd love to take a look. Always interested. So, assumedly, you know, it would be something like this. That's actually kind of cute. I kind of like that. But it does need to be like... Well, maybe it does clip through him like that. And then as it rotates... Oh, I need to set up a pivot for it to rotate around. So it's either that he holds it like this, or that he holds it like that. I think I like it better when he's holding it in the middle like this. So then it feels a little bit more like he's cradling it in his arms, sort of a thing. Yeah. Or, you know what, we could do... Oh, this is so interesting, how much it makes a difference depending on where the tuba is placed. Like, that feels completely different than, say, that. That's just really interesting. I think that that's about where I would want it, though. The link is right up there, and you say link it to me. Wait, what? Where's the link? Oh, I see it. It's hard. It's hard to do. I swear. Okay, I'm taking a look. Ooh, he does do very good stuff. Taken's a look. Nice. Yeah, that's, I mean, completely professional modeling stuff going on there. This looks like a Maya renderer to me. I don't know if that's true, but it breathes that way. Nice stuff, man. I like it. That's not what we need. We need Ducky. Okay, so let's get a pivot on this. And maybe see if we can, like, at least get it to rotate around as you move your mouse, and maybe leave off there for the night. Because I know, as Zynerky, oh, it's totally Zynerky, isn't it? Said, yeah, 3:15. It's getting late for some of you guys. Okay, let's... Hey, what's up, certified test subject? Cleo Fox, but I wanna watch. Okay. Well, let's at least get the let's at least get the pivot on the tuba going on here. So how do we want to do this? We want to do it as a parented pivot. The tuba is bigger than Ducky. Yep. Do I have a problem with that? I don't think I do. Tuba pivot. Pivot. Cleo Fox, go to bed. Sleep. Sleep is important. Okay, how are we gonna do this now? So if we put it here, what happens when we rotate this? Oh, it rotates like exactly how I need it to. Okay, nice, that was pretty easy. So this is also going to need to like swing around when you go past when you go past a certain point. I haven't had proper sleep in the last 3 days actually. Why? Mostly because I stay up late and then have to wake up early. Oh my gosh, dude. Don't do it forever. It's bad for your health. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing to point at the cursor, which should actually be pretty easy because I already have all the code for that set up. I should be able to just parent that under here. Oh. Claro que sí. Let's go ahead and reset this prefab here. That should let us do that now. Oh, can I still not do that? By the way, if you send me the tuba model, I can try making some fancy animation. Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to see what you could come up with. I'll make sure to send a link, or I'll put a link down in the chat of the FBX. Actually, I could probably do that right now. I'll do that once I know that right at the end of the stream, once I know that it's like kind of what I want it to be. Which part should move, by the way? So like when he fires, you mean? Which part should recoil? I'm thinking that the the inside should probably recoil, and I'm probably also going to like have it squash down or something, so I might need a squash pivot so it squashes from the end here. So maybe a couple different things are going to kind of like, you know, sort of a deal. I think that could be kind of fun. We'll see. No guarantees yet. It was just suggested to me that Ducky have a tuba weapon, and I thought it was a great idea, so here we are, you know. But what were we doing? Right, we were opening up the player prefab, and we are finding that tuba base. And we are gonna just put that under shotgun for right now, assumedly, and no promises, but this should actually just kind of work because that code should still be active. Yes, although you know that obviously needs some changing. But I mean the general idea is there. Also, it's like 45 degrees off, which means this thing needs to be rotated differently to start. So my pivot is like that. Right, I should just be able to rotate all of this and position it how I want to the right. It should send Ducky flying so you could launch across the map. Yeah, actually, I think the alternate fire is going to do exactly that. I think that's a great idea, because it's kind of like a shotgun-y thing, the alternate fire, and I think it would be super fun to have it be like a mobility thing as well. So I think it should be about-ish there, so then when that rotates... Yeah. That's about what we want, I think. I know how to do it, but I've never tried. This seems like the perfect opportunity! That seems reasonable. Obviously, we need to figure out what happens when it flips around that way. But now imagine that the bullets were coming out of the tuba instead. I think I could get used to this. It feels like it still needs to be rotated just a little bit more because it's never pointing exactly at my cursor though. And that is not quite what we want for sure. So let's go ahead and rotate that a little bit more and kind of fudge that a little bit. Try that one out. That seems a little bit more like it's... Oh, but then as your cursor gets closer, then it doesn't work. How interesting. I might need to have the pivot be the thing that's actually pointing... Oh, wait, is it the pivot that's the thing that's actually pointing at the cursor? I might need to do some funky codey mathy things to get this to work quite correctly. You guys can see what's going on, right? Wait, there's a noise for the tuba gun. Hold on. I will listen. Wah, 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 wah. Sure. Why not? Seems legit. Where did my music go? There we go. If only I had the base model of silenced weapon from some silenced weapon from MA. Yeah, I'm sure we could figure that out. I'd have to talk to George to make sure that he'd be okay with, like, having those models be something that was out in the public, but I don't think he'd mind if people were, like, making mods of them and stuff. I think he'd really appreciate that, actually. Okay, so I guess order of business for next time is going to be getting this tuba to point correctly when you're, like, close to it, because it seems to work okay when you're far away, but as soon as you get to a certain point, it doesn't rotate how I want it to. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. Loud and gun, by the way. I think that's going to be where I leave this for tonight, guys, though. Like I said, I got up really early, so I'm actually really tired. I kind of want to hit the sack in a little bit here. Maybe eat some dinner first. But yeah, I'm going to keep working on this and try to get something... Wow, my FPS is pretty low. Try to get something that I can show you guys next time I do streaming. Just kind of as a nice little end cap to this. Maybe try to get these bullets to instantiate on the top of the gun and on the top of the tuba and get some animation and, you know, etc., etc., etc. Get all that stuff in order. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have something cool to show you guys next time. I'm actually really excited about this. I think this is a good step in the right direction for the weapon design. Especially because, like, I've been working on the visuals for the enemies. It would be kind of nice to, like, get the gun visuals into something, so if I ever, like, post a clip, it doesn't look like the worst thing ever. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think this is gonna be super fun. But for now, I am going to go make myself a sandwich and watch some Minecraft videos and text some people. Should it be called the Doot Cannon? That is such a good name. I would be kind of sad if that wasn't integrated somehow. Yeah. What you gonna put on the sandwich, though? That's the important question. Oh, this is an important question. I think I'm going to probably put on some turkey slices and some tomatoes and some cheese, because those are the only 3 sandwich making opportunities that I have at the moment. You can kind of see, by the way, the alternate fire. I've got a little bit of code in here to make it so that you can, like, pop yourself upward with it. Certified test subject, because you're kind of saying it should be mobile, but I think it should also be mobile for, like, the sides as well. So if you fire it that way, then it launches you off to the side. I think that would be really fun. Dang, that sounds really good. It is actually really good. I've had a couple sandwiches of the same type over the last few days here, because that's what I bought when I was grocery shopping last, and I was pretty happy with it. I thought it was some good stoof, for sure. But hey, don't forget that style prototype. Ooh, yes! Let's take a look at that before we stop, for sure, for sure. The intense recoil could be its downside to a lot of power, so you would have to use it sparingly and wisely. Yeah, no, that's like a legitimate balancing factor there. I agree. And I kind of like that idea too, because the shotgun here, I can put in a couple enemies real quick, and you can kind of see... actually, I can also show off kind of the music-related stuff that I've been doing with Ducky. Hold on. Get us some flying enemies. And where is he? Zero that guy out. I'll just, like, copy these, and they'll kind of fly all over the place, but you can kind of see. So right now, the shotgun is definitely... oh, that's interesting. Where are they off to? I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to see. Wow, they are glitching out all over the place. Oh, wait, I've got a null reference exception. Oh, I think I might have not saved my prefab correctly. Is this an easy fix, or is this a I'll show you next time sort of a thing? This might be a I'll show you next time sort of a thing. Player.movement.can. I'll show you next time. Yeah. Anyway, I see what you're saying, and I agree. Where is that link to the thing, though? You, relink... Ah, I got it. So this is just an environment test, is that right? It'll take a couple minutes to download here. Boy, I haven't taken a Twitter break this entire time. You guys should be proud of me. That's like 2.5 hours of not being on Twitter. George went through and retweeted like every single tweet that I've tweeted today. I feel like half of George's Twitter feed is just retweets of stuff that David or I have said, which is, I mean, totally fine, obviously. I retweet a bunch of his stuff too. I just find it funny. I'm on Twitter right now. Yeah. Discord. I need to set up a bot to, if people type in Discord ! For that to actually do the thing. It's downloading right now, my friend. Downloading right now. Just use Nightbot or Galaxy Brain and make your own. Oh, is Nightbot super easy to use? I'll totally use Nightbot. I've seen that around. Ooh, I think it's done downloading. Doo, 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 doo. Oh no. 10 seconds. Very close, very close. I saw someone else doing a dev stream today too, and I was like, yay! Dev streams! I like doing dev streaming. I also want to like keep it interesting though, so that people like want to continue watching. I don't really know what else to do other than just like, hey, you know, I'll look at this thing or play this game or something. Is it okay? Is it legit to like if I wanted to play games on stream? Is that like going to hurt my viewer base? Is that how Twitch works? If I was going to do that sometimes, instead of doing dev streaming all the time, I'm not really sure. Okay, there's that, and where is my Unity in-game form? That's not right. Where is it? I've got so many tabs open right now. I'm having trouble finding the window. Is that it? Yes, here we go. Okay, environment test. First of all, I noticed that you've done some stuff with lighting, which is really nice. And as you turn left and right, I see that the camera is going left and right, which is nice. Still the same beautiful jump animation. It kind of looks like a horse gallop. I like it. I like it. Cleo, I need to do your game on stream next time. I just started the same build as last stream. That's the link that I had because I sent the wrong link. Big brain. I was gonna say, I am looking. I mean, it still looks good, but you know what I mean? Looking for the new stuff. That's funny, man. Now I need to entertain you all with my clever witticisms for another like 5 minutes while it downloads. Pretty sure the sound is glitched and the audio plays twice, but I haven't checked the build in a while. Yeah, check it out. Oh, press F. Hey, it's a flashlight! Nice. I like it. I like it. Does it reflect in the mirror too? Oh, probably not, right? Because this is a render texture. That makes sense. And the fun SMG. But yeah, okay, you just sent me the actual build. I was wondering why the name was the same. That player model is gorgeous. Is it not gorgeous? Wait. You guys need to see this. This is the gun that he set up. Isn't this so amazing? It's like delightful. See, I think that this gun perfectly represents what this game needs to be when it's all done and dusted, as they say. I love it. Yeah. The other build, the environment build is downloading right now. It should be downloaded in just like a minute here. Start point, tech demo, glass. Wait, can I shoot the glass? Oh no, too bad. I wish destructible. Reflect. You can kind of do this. Oh, what happens if you like hold all of the movement keys at once? I'm trying to see if I can glitch out your camera and do something fun with that. It's only visual, but nothing actually gets shot. Yeah. I also like the stretched out lighting textures up here. Those are adorable. Where are we at on the download here? We've got 10 seconds left. I also like how right here you kind of like your head clips right through the wall and everything. I can just imagine it like just creating a big hole every time you walk through. There we go. Exit, exit. Oh, you guys have like a black screen now. Hold on, let me find something beautiful for you to look at. How about Unity? Unity's so pretty. Yeah. Downloads. Wow, you can tell I'm starting to get tired. I'm losing my train of thought so easily. 80s. 80s FPS. Okay. Here it is. Let me get this going on OBS here. Ooh, okay, first thing, I like the expanded movement speed. I think that feels nice. Second of all, the bloom is super good. Is that a shader you wrote yourself, or like the Unity bloom shader, or tell me about it? And the terrain, I mean, the terrain looks super awesome. Yeah, this honestly looks super rad, dude. Like, legit. I just got some random shaders. Yeah. No, I think they fit the style really well. I like how the light reflects off of the ground, too. I did make everything else good, though. The gun animation, texture. Like the walking animation and everything. I think the walking animation looks really nice. What I want is I want like little patches of bloom on the gun itself. I think that would look really nice, especially with the bloom going all over the place everywhere else. Because the hand is completely white. Yeah. Yeah, this is super cool. If I could like push some stuff around, shoot some things, I would be having the time of my life right now. I think it looks super neat, man. I will say climbing up these hills is super fun too. What you pretty much need to do is you just need to make 80s Minecraft, you know? I was saying on Twitter, somebody's going to do this and make a lot of money off of this. Somebody needs to remake Bed Wars for Minecraft as its own standalone title, like with a free-to-play sort of thing. People would eat that up. I swear. I think it's a really good idea. Someone should really do it. Also, try moving your mouse around and watch the gun move. Oh, nice! That's a really nice detail. I like that a lot. Is that procedural? Or is that like a static animation? That's gotta be procedural, right? Is it like a lerp to position? Or is it something in the animator? ViewBob is a very, very basic script. Like 20 lines max. Yeah. No, I getcha. Yeah, it looks good, man. I think this is a really, really nice visual test. I'd love to see what else you do with it. Especially like getting some really cool bloomy explosion effects and stuff like that. I think if I was doing the visual test, that would be what I would do next, personally. Also, side mouse movement looks nice too. Yeah, I was noticing that, especially with your arm that kind of picks up and stuff. And I do really like. I almost wish that these moved on their own and it wasn't just a reflection, but I know that that's like super hard to do. But I really like how that looks with the light reflecting off of the ground. Just a guy chilling in his 80s computer land, swinging around a gun wildly. Yeah. Nice stuff, man. I am actually super glad that you sent that to me. Alt F4 on out. Okay, with that in mind, I think I am actually gonna head out and eat some food and stuff. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for showing up. I super appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me while I model a tuba for Tuba Tuesday. So exciting! I probably will not do another like Tuba Tuesday-esque thing like this again, except maybe over the weekend where I like super hype it up and everything like that. Because, like, I just kind of feel like a lot of people found it annoying. Some people really liked it, some people didn't. I had a great time doing it, but, yeah. Also, again, before you leave, did you check the jump animation? I did, actually. Yes. So no worries there. But yes, I hope you all sleep well. I hope you have a good night, or morning, wherever it is for you. And I will probably be streaming again, I would expect Friday night, I think. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, thanks again, guys. I will see you all later.